And here we go.
Okay, everybody, so good to be here. So good to be here because, as I just said, I'm honored to be here and to let you all hear the heart of my dear friend, Alison Beiler. As you all know, she is a crown. She has a crown. Here's another crown. She is literally the first female crown in our company. And that says so much about what she's doing. So, yes, everybody give a hand clap because this woman came on board, as I say all the time, she changed everything about the product. We don't just put it in a drink anymore. Allison, when she continued to do her research, and Karen, did you know it did this? Karen, did you know it did that? No, I didn't because I didn't even know what it was. I just knew she was a herbalist and I trusted her. And this month has been, she didn't wait till the end of the month before she ranked to crown. She did it before the end of the month. And that the rest of the time after we had our uh the announcements with the Black Fridays and everything, guys, there was so much excitement and so much momentum. And Allison had just gotten home from having major surgery. She should have been laying in the bed, but no, she wasn't. She's stubborn. She got on the phone and she hopped on Zooms and she did all the things that she wanted to do to help her team to win. Guys, our team is so huge. I don't know what the other side of the pond is doing, but I know what we're doing. And all of you should be so proud of who you are and where you are because records have been broken on our team more than once. And you guys can be the ones that continue that because we are seeing so many people win here. So I just want to say, the day I called Allison 13 months ago, we had our first conversation about matured hops extract, and I didn't know what it was. She didn't know what it was. She said, but let me do some research. So when she did the research, she came back with her heart overflowing because she saw what we really had. She changed everything about how we present this product. And I know she's humble. She don't say that, but I tell her all the time, Allison, don't forget, you're the one who helped us to see the big vision of what we really have in our hands. So, guys, I want you all to just give another big hand clap because this woman has not only changed my life, she's changed her life, she's changed the company, she's changed everything about it. And we give credit where credit is due. And that woman right there, the one with the crown on, guys, she did change everything. So we're honored to have her on tonight. Allison, I know we finished up the month incredibly, and your team showed up. So many teams showed up. But I tell you, this team showed up in a way that we have never seen them before. So I thank you. I love you. I can't wait. Just pour in and tell us what was your vision. I know you knew you was going to be a crown a long time ago. What was your vision when you made that decision, and what did you do in order to make that happen, other than recruiting the best people in the company?
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take this off because it's not meant to be held on without bobby pins and it's really heavy. But anyway, it was ironic at Texas. My husband and I dressed up as like Greek king and king, queen and whatever. But anyway, all that being said, thank you, Karen. You know, I know a lot of people know my story. And yeah, she reached out to me in June of 2024, right when she learned about this product. And I said, I can't get in. And it wasn't a matter of, there was a lot of factors. Yes, I was very humbled to the fact that I couldn't afford it, but there was also the fact of I didn't trust it. I didn't trust the industry. I didn't trust that something really was going to do what it was said it was going to do. I didn't trust that there was actually owners of a company out there that really were going to follow suit with what they say they're going to do. The only way in this life that we can earn trust, is a big thing. A lot of people feel like it's just given freely, but you got to earn trust. And if people aren't going to follow through and do what they say they're going to do, you're going to lose that trust very, very quickly. And so, although I didn't have to really see a whole lot of how the product was developed and all the things, because that's part of our patent pending protected, what I learned was stories. And what I learned is that I fell in love with these stories. And then I started developing my own team stories, customer stories, friend stories. And I kind of pushed mine aside. Everywhere I've ever gone in this industry, it was always about, well, I got to have results first. I got to have, a better business first. I got to make money first. I got to show results first. I got to do this first. I got to. And for the first time in my entire life, when I saw this, I was taken out of the picture. And I made that commitment to Karen that I was going to be able to get started in October. I didn't know how. I just knew I was going to. So there's an elemental factor in how I got in here. It was literally surrendering. And a lot of people don't realize what surrendering truly means. I know I didn't until last year. I thought surrendering was like, okay, God, I'm going to give it all to you, but could you please just make this, this, and this happen? I'm going to give it all to you, but I want it to happen just like this. Boom, 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 boom. I got to do this at this time, have that much at this time, and this is going to happen at that time, and yada, yada, yada. But I surrender. Maybe you've been in that same boat. Maybe you've done the same thing, said the same thing, but all I can tell you is that's not surrendering. That's literally still trying to control the situation. You're still trying to grasp hold of what it is that you're trying to make come true. Surrendering is literally saying, I don't know how, and I'm going to throw it to the wind. And I'm going to trust the people that tell me that this is legit one more time, one more time, until I find the fact that they aren't following through with their word. And I've yet to see that here. In fact, I've seen them go above and beyond their word, to be honest. Is everything perfect? Absolutely not. I don't know if you, but I've owned an old brick and mortar business, and it is not fun and roses. It's difficult. You don't ever sleep because you're always worried about all the people that are in your business. Never will I ever want to own my own business again when it has to do with employees and overhead and all the things, because I can go to sleep at night. I don't have to worry about if my products don't ship. I don't have to worry about if I don't have enough packaging or labeling, or if my product, all the things. I don't have to worry about that. All I need to worry about is the product does what it says it's going to do. It's going to show up when it says it's going to show up. People are getting paid when they're supposed to get paid. Everything else will work its way out. And I'm literally talking with only 10 years of experience, and I feel like I'm a baby. I'm never going to stop growing. I'm never going to stop learning. I still reach out to everybody in this company for help. I am not that person that feels like I know it all. I will share my thoughts and feelings, but I'm also very easily persuaded to go the other way. I can tell you multiple conversations I'd have with Karen. I'd call her up in a frenzy, like, brr. She'd be like, nope, not that way, this way. Calm down, sister. Let's go with this way. Okay, I'm going. Because why? She's got 40 some years experience in the industry. And she'd probably seen more and heard more than I ever did. So, yes, I was gifted a vision in 2022 that I was going to help change the world with an herbal product. And of course, I'll tell everybody I ran all my herbal books up here on my desk, and I'm like, which one is it? Okay, God, okay, surrender, but which one is it? Surrender, surrender, which one is it? Come on, I'm surrendering. But I wasn't. So, God made me go through a journey. And there's a lot of times and a lot of people that go through journeys that hurt, and they hurt you through your core. You feel like you can't breathe. You feel like you literally don't have your nose above air. There's a guy by the name of Eric, and he's a pastor, and he talks about this most very impactful scene. I'll never forget it. He's like, you want it as bad as you want to breathe. You got to picture yourself sitting in water with your nose out and not being able to breathe without that tip of that nose out. Do you want it as bad as you want to breathe? So when I came in here, things were perfect. Things happened, but I kept my blinders on. For the first time in my entire life, I did not know what was going on in the entire network marketing industry. Karen always said to me before I came here, how do you know what's going on all over the place? I said, because I'm not focused and devoted anywhere, so I know what's going on everywhere. I am not focused and devoted anywhere, so I know what's going on everywhere. And if a lot of the time you feel like you can't make your business grow, it's literally because you are so focused on what everybody else is doing. You have to find what's true to you, show up as you. I chose to grow on social media, so I didn't copy anybody. I literally became myself, shared how I felt was very, very authentic to who I am, and I just went with it. But I took coaching from people like Nikki Rempel. I took coaching from people that were having success in the company, and I utilized it and allowed me to work. And I'm not saying that I'm anybody more special than anybody here. It's literally a matter of mindset, sticking to it until. And it's not an overnight success. I've been doing this for 10 years, but I've learned more here than I have anywhere else. And the things I learned here is very simple. It's because it's simple. Years ago, I said I was going to lead with a product. I was told I did it backwards. They said you better lead with the company first because if they say no to the company, at least you have the product to fall back on. Anyone ever hear that before? And I'm like, I'm an herbalist. I'm going to lead with the product first. The product don't work. I don't care what the company is. So when I saw what this product can do, I did tell Karen, I'm going to change the messaging behind this product. Because we can't talk about weight loss. That's what every other cotton picking network marketing company talks about is weight loss. Do people lose weight on this? Yes. Does everybody lose weight on it? No. Does everybody have results in this product? Yes. But if they focus on one specific issue, that's all they're going to think this is going to happen and they ignore all the other things that happen with the product. So if somebody ever comes to me and says, yep, been on the product for 30 days, it didn't do anything for me. Question is always this. So if you guys want anything tonight, I'm going to ask you to write this down. If somebody comes to you and says this product doesn't work, I want you to say this to them. Well, that's very nice of you for to tell me. What were you expecting it to do? Let them tell you what they were looking for. Because if they're not willing to share with you what they were looking for, the more likely they're literally stepping on the scale every day and not watching it move. I haven't changed in my weight, but my body has shrunk. Why? Because I'm gaining muscle mass, I'm gaining bone density. My hair is growing in like crazy. My skin's going upwards. I don't even know all what's happening in my body. I don't care, but there are results. Consistent results. We've been on it for a year. My husband and I take it once a day. Every now and then, if I have a stressful situation, I will take 2 doses at one time. You do what works for you. This is not a product that your body is going to overreact with. I promise you that. And I feel so confident than I did a year ago. Now that I have a year under my belt and I've worked with so many people, this is a vision that was casted upon me. And this is how I've shared and grown in my entire organization. We run with that. One product gets them in the door. Kylie Regler told me this, and then we show them the store. Use that in your messaging. One product gets them in the door, and then we show them the store, the store they're going to purchase their products from and not from another company. So now our team has been rolling out what are your 3 best products? Our 3 best products have been Fix and Fulvic first and foremost forever. Fulvic is a must. And how many of y'all like the disappearing the packets in the water? I'm easily amused. Let me just tell you, I think it's freaking fantabulous. You just dump it in there, whoof, it's gone. No mixer required. She just melts away. The magic in melting detoxer, right? Like you have to have fun with what you're doing. And if you're going to show up on social media, have fun. And then also we add Emulin. More people have had more results with Fix, Fulvic, and Emulin. That was our tri-pack deal than ever. Now they're adding the greens. Now they're adding the I-25 drive. Now we're adding the core immunity. Right now is an absolute must because why? We're in a season where people aren't outside. They're exposed to more gunk. So therefore, you want to keep your immune system up. And we got so many more things coming. Travel just launched. Hello, free. Free. Can't get better than free travel. It is a perk for us. It is massive. So I stayed with the same messaging. There's a book, John Maxwell. I can't remember the book. Sorry, this one I don't remember, but I do know his story in the book. And I'm going to leave you with this because this is a story that resonates with my head over and over and over again. I think I shared on this before, but I'm going to share it again because there's a lot of new people here. Hi, I'm Allison. I'm the fast talking herbalist, holistic cowgirl, mother of 3, living out in Charmel, Ohio. And yes, I get full of juice, literally, even though I'm drinking my apple juice. This is how I heal myself, by the way. All that to be said, I'm going to tell you this, okay? John Maxwell talks a story. He said there's a yard full of trees. You walk out and you want to knock that tree down. So every day I'm going to give you that task of going out and tapping that tree 10 times. Not 11, not 12, 10. Go day after day after day after day after day. Let's just say day 15, that tree still didn't fall down. You're like, this ain't working. I'm going to go to the next tree and I'm going to go after that for another 10 days. That one don't fall. Then I go to the next one, the next one, the next one. Do you catch my drift? You will never have success if you're jumping from one idea to the next idea to the next idea to the next idea. If you're not sharing that same story and falling in love with that same story of what brought you here, not what brought Allison here, not what brought Karen here, not what brought Candace or anybody else into this company. If you fell in love with the coffee, share the coffee. There's a group in our team right now that's blowing up with coffee and slim core caps because they love it. Why? Because people become less active in the wintertime, so they put on weight. So that helps them curb their appetite and their snackety snacks at night because they're depressed, because they're not out in the sun. There's a lot to health. And those caps are massive nootropics. They're like a lightning fire for your brain. So all that to be said, if you were to go back and cut down that tree and stay, that tree is going to eventually fall. So had I not stayed consistent, watching what everybody else is doing or not doing or whatever, staying consistent, showing up, having belief, showing up, having belief, showing up, having belief, it can get boring. But boring is the story. I'm going to say it and I end it with this because it's a huge story for me as an herbalist. So the original Coca-Cola serum was a huge herbal healing aspect. Okay. So I know the whole ins and out about Coca-Cola. If you want to go down that rabbit hole day, it's one day, go for it. But I'm just telling you this. Has Coca-Cola ever changed their messaging? No. It's crisp, it's refreshing. They always show somebody popping the lid. Ah. And if you're a Coca-Cola lover, what do you feel when you watch them drink that? You're like, oh, that looks like that tastes so good. Because they've imprinted that message in your brain. And don't feel like it's oversaturated on social media. I'm in a social media training group right now, or whatever group I'm in. Anyway, and last year we had 7 billion people on. You know what? I should write these numbers down. Anyway, it went up a whole billion on Facebook from last year to this year. I'm not going to give you the numbers because I don't remember, but it went up a whole billion. Facebook is back, y'all. For all of us 40 plus year olds that love Facebook, it's back. So, how do you share on Facebook? You can get in your stories, be consistent, show up, taking the product. I love the product because it makes me feel good. I sleep better over and over and over again. Show up every day on a post, Monday through Saturday, whatever it works for you. Consistency, but never stop showing up with your leaders. Never stop asking for help. I can tell you, Karen probably got blasted with me every single day for months until she didn't. And thank goodness I have a good friend like Karen. So hopefully you have a good upline that loves you just as much as Karen loved me. If not, find somebody else. They'll love you too. Because every now and then I just needed a vent, and she was there for that too. So there's nothing special or different about me. It's literally just a level of mindset that I just chose to believe that it is possible here because I saw other people before me go do it. So if somebody else did it, that gives you that belief. So many people don't know how to believe in the unseen, but knowing that you can see it now. I was here a year. Terry was here from the beginning. So we're like, well, yeah, he was here since, day one. And so he had this massive leg that already grew. So all you had to do is grow the other leg. Allison came in October of 2024 and she hit crown 13 months later. So if I can do it, you can do it. And I am not anybody special. I'm not no massive recruiter. Hello, I don't have a massive customer base. I literally believe and I trusted and people showed up. That is all. So with that, yes, I am ridiculously excited, but I could not do this without a support system. Karen and Terry and Byron and Jim and Tom and all of the corporate staff. They are incredible. They're there to help us. So this isn't a solo effect. This isn't a one team, one dream. One team sidelines. This is one team, one dream. Big, big community. This is why. I'm friends with Haley and Tresley. We went to Mexico together. We connected like crazy. Bill and Robin over in Australia. I'm friends with them. I love it. Dr. Lynn McDonald sends me messages all the time from Scotland because she knows it makes me laugh. So it's fun. So anyway, I'm done now. I'm going to digress. But thank you, Karen, for having me hop on here. You know, I will always show up no matter what for you because I love you so much.
Oh, wow. Hand clap, hand clap. Allison, that was incredible. But I need to ask you this because, guys, like I said, she went crown before we did the Black Friday. And I want her to share this because you need to know when you set your head to something and you make up your mind, as she said, you have to show up every single day. There's days she don't feel like showing up, probably like today, but she's here. There's times she don't feel like doing all the things, but she does it anyway because she committed to herself and to her team. She put a promotion together. Would you mind sharing that? Just a private call. So you know what, guys, this is what happens when you make a decision. This was all done simply by planting, sharing a vision, helping people to see something that they wanted for themselves. And it happened. What was that, Allison?
Absolutely. So we did a team promo that when you hit silver, you got $100 bonus. You hit gold, you got a $150 bonus. When you hit platinum, you got a $200 bonus and a t-shirt. So if you've seen me wear the Get Fixed t-shirts, that's something our team put together, and anyone who hits platinum above gets it for free. And then if you hit diamond, we've been not hitting diamonds for a long time. They earned $1,000 bonus. So thank the Lord, I got a big check this week that covered all the bonuses because it literally was just pretty much exactly what it was for the bonuses that all came in. But I'm going to tell you this, it was interesting. We hit um, Crown Diamond in the like mid-afternoon on Saturday. We closed the month. So if you know what Crown Diamond is, you need 600,000 on your lesser leg, right? So that's how much volume you need on your lesser leg. And you need four personally enrolled diamonds. So I had all the structure for a while, but just the volume. So we ended the month on our lesser leg at 750,000. So not only did we hit it, we flew freaking past it. So I'm thinking like we probably would have hit it without the Black Friday deals. You know, it was crazy what it did for momentum. Now, I'm not saying that each and every one of you should do that, but something. Help your team, reward them for hitting it because any little bit of congratulatory is amazing. We gave away mugs before. We gave away um like just team mugs and just different things just to try to incentivize. But we as a group put our heads down and we were doing it, and we are going to redo it again this month in December. So we're going to make it a December to remember. So we have some fun things we're rolling out, and then we're going to do a huge rank party on Thursday, and we're going to call everybody's name out. I had 160 people rank up on in our team, including bronze all the way up to the top. So it was huge, and I'm so proud of everybody. But you know, all that to be said, it's because it's not me doing it all. Not at all. I mean, I see Rose on here. Rose Parma and Megan Mumford, they show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They do team blitz calls. We couldn't do this without them. They are phenomenal. They've mastered this 20-minute blitz call with their team. So if you find leaders in your group that are willing to help become a leader and do and share things that are great about what they're doing, like they love to do it, do it. And then we have Kylie Rigler that shows up on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and she does a team call. Anybody is welcome on there. It's called Morning Fix. She does a great job. She loves it. She's fantastic at it. Then we have a team um, presentation we do every Tuesday evening. We're not going to do it tonight because of the other call, but it's this throwing. You don't tell the company what to do. You do your own thing, and you learn to grow your business. For me, as long as the company has a product that does what it's supposed to do, doesn't change it, pays me when I'm supposed to get paid, and it ships when it's supposed to get shipped, I'll wait for everything else. I'll wait for the pretty fancy website. I'll wait for, we can make all of that. But our team is thriving. We have people show up in our Facebook group all the time, sharing videos and tips, just, you know, randomly. So there's a lot of people adding value. It literally is not me. And that's why I can't own this rank because it's literally a whole team effort. And I know without everybody adding to their part, and I'm like, look, y'all, if I can do this, you can do it because they're a million times more talented than I am. in certain areas, but I have a talent in another area. So it's just I know this is a long answer, Karen, but it's crazy. So what we did, totaled the total of the gift ended up being $40,000.
Yeah. And by the way, yeah, did you catch that she said she made enough this week to pay that? Yeah, that's something to think about. Who who works for someone else makes over $40,000 in a week? Nobody I know. Maybe y'all's family does, but mine doesn't.
Kim, I love you. You're such a sweetheart. I see Kim down there, Bradshaw.
And she's so sweet. And so it's like it's so huge at what's happening when you show up every day, whether you want to or not. So Allison, it was, do you have your numbers right there for how many in each category?
Hmm. I do.
Can you share those? Because this month has just started, guys, and you need to decide what you want for your future here. Why do you want your business? How do you want it to grow? So many of you worked so hard and did rank up. And, but as Allison says, she shows up. The people show up. The ones who do are the ones who see the growth happening all around them. So, yeah, I want her to share because it was so many. We had a lot on the other side. We have actually some UK European people on our team. Guys, we have 500 auto ships in a country we're not even open yet. Our company is starting to grow so big that we have to be prepared. We have to show up. We have to do, maybe it's a little bit harder work doing it like that, right, Lisa? But when you lay your foundation like Allison did, when you lay your foundation like Lisa has done, then things start falling in place. And as Allison said, the people that are the strongest, everybody, we all have our strengths. Not everybody has the same ones. Thank goodness, because if y'all all had just what I had, you'll be in trouble. So, but it's like you use the strength you have in the team. I mean, as she said, Megan and Rose, incredible. I mean, if you ever want anything to look pretty, I all saw the flip book. Rose did that. It's like, how did you do that so quick? She just laughed. It's like she just can do that. And so it's fun to see everybody shine the way that they do. And I want Allison to share how many in each category. Why do I want her to do that? Because I want you to know you can do that too. So Allison, share
Yeah.
with them the
So if y'all
ranks. How
didn't
many?
know, there's a rank report in your back office that says beta and it says new rank report for last month. So you can also look as well in your team. But we had 29 bronzes, 40 silver, 16 gold, 22 platinums, 17 sapphires, 10 rubies, 12 emeralds, 7 new diamonds, 2 double diamonds, 3 triple diamonds, 1 blue diamond, and 1 royal diamond. We're all in our organization.
And one crown. You always leave that off. And one crown.
It all
So
led to that crown. Yeah, but these were all over the organization, so it wasn't down one leg. But needless to say, like what I found interesting, when I pull I should write the number down from the previous month to this month. I wish we could see that, but like silver. So I gave $100 bonus for silver. 40 people hit silver. Do you think they pushed a little harder to hit silver for that $100? Absolutely. Like that's what means to me, like this is huge deal. I'll gladly do that every month, because it just makes people excited. And it's a way for me to give back to the team. That I've always been a believer in investing back in your business. Like there's nothing, we don't have any overhead here. We buy a couple products, big deal. But for me, what it also told me, there shouldn't be 29 bronzes. And I'm like, what's wrong here? Like not that bronze is a bad rank. It's just not how we train to build our binary. So for me, it taught me that. But again, like it was huge, 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 huge. But going forward, yes, we learned a lot from this. I did, and it made me realize it's something that maybe we can push further down the line for it to happen everywhere. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, because people will. I mean, people want to be edified and glorified for the effort, because the small steps are just as important as the big steps. Because It takes the small steps to get to the big steps. We were bronze one time. We was real proud of ourselves too, right? So, guys, it's just mind-boggling to me at what's happening in our company, what's happening for all the other teams. I know Rose, you're on, and guys, this woman, you want to meet Rose? But she about worked us to death, if you want to know the truth. But I think Rose wasn't at 118 of the 195 packs.
Yes,
She made,
118.
yep, she made up her mind and she said, well, this is what I need. I'll let you tell that part because she said, this is what I need to get to double. And
Well, we started
what happened?
we needed 78 to double,
Yeah.
and we got there. And then I thought, well, shoot, if I got there already, we still have a day and a half left. We can go to triple. And so we worked literally to the last minute. We ended up 4,800 short of triple, but praise God, like we got so many people fired up. And Allison, that the silver bonus, the gold bonus, we did a little video. I did a really janky video on my whiteboard and I recorded this is how you can get your investment back immediately. And we ran with that. Like literally, that set us up for such a phenomenal month in addition to running with a Black Friday. So yeah, it was fun.
It was. And it's like, there again, she set her mind to what she was going to do. She was sending messages. Okay, I only need 32 now. I only need this. I only need that. And I'm like, whoo, how is she doing that? But literally, I think we figured out it was like you had 118 in like 30 hours, remember? Because it was just in that last bit of the holiday promotion. She literally, it was nonstop. But she gave her people a reason to want to do it. It's not, just y'all just go do it. She did the flip book and she sent that to them. And then she called. And what did you say when you called?
It was something like, oh my gosh, Karen, you need to look at this. Check out the Power Five pack. You guys, first of all, I only promoted one thing. I couldn't hyper focus on all the things. I promoted one thing. And I thought if I could sell to my people that are already on board, they already know me, they already like me, they already trust me, they've already bought Fix, right? So I shared with them these products, the Power Five products are absolutely amazing. I use them with my Fix every day. You got to get your hands on these. Trust me, I know what the gifts are in the mystery packs, some of them, and you want your hands on them. Let me know as soon as you grab your order. You can only get two per ISR account. So if you have a double dip position, make sure you log in and get two more. Let me know when you grab them. That was it.
Crazy. And they did. That's the good part. And they did it. So yes, it was fun. So guys, I know Marcusetta has another call coming up at 9 o'clock, a Zoom. And then the guys are doing a call right now. So thank you all for hopping on here with us. I just wanted to edify you, Allison, because there's nobody on planet Earth that will work any harder and be more in love with what they do than you. I don't care who they are. It's like, so it's a blessing. It's a blessing to all of us. It's a blessing because we learn from everyone all the time, every day. But God has put so much in our path. And I say all the time, guys, God is in this. He has written this story. And so we need to step up and read it over and over again until we feel it in our heart. And I think it was Terry said, yes, we're at Marketplace Global. We're here at MPG, but is MPG inside you? Are you passionate about what you do? Are you passionate about offering people that sip of hope again? Because that's what we do. We offer a sip of hope, a sip of faith, a sip of confidence, a sip of determination, but more importantly, we offer a sip of freedom, freedom to have the financial blessings I said, Scripture says he wants us to prosper. And guess what? I believe the scripture. So if he told me I need to do that, then I'm going to do everything I can to make sure. But it's also our job to be servant leaders. So we pour into you, we pour into the brand new people that hasn't came on board yet, because that is our job, guys. What do we get paid for? I look at checks and I say, you know what? A check is a reflection of how many people's lives you've changed. If your check isn't that big, you hadn't changed enough lives. So look and see where you are and do the work, do the things, love the people, guide the people, coach the people, because guys, we're breaking records in industry, not just with Marketplace Global. People are struggling. There's companies buying all these broken down companies. I said, that just don't make sense to me. Why would you want to buy 20 companies that was failing? What do you have when you have 20 failing companies all under one roof? I don't know. I've never figured out that name yet, but it don't sound too good. So I thank you guys for being here. Allison, again, I'm so glad you said yes, because it's been a blessing for all of us, to the company, to see your children get to do all the things that they weren't getting to do. That does my heart so good. To see Abner hugging on his wife with tears pouring down, that means a lot, because Abner, I know you're back there around the corner. He's not that guy, but he is now. So I'm just grateful for all of you, and I love y'all so much. We'll see you next Tuesday night, and I want you guys to invite at least 10 people. Don't show up next Tuesday by yourself, because we're going to get to learn from Miss Rose Parma. She is going to be teaching. What are you going to teach on, Rose? There you are. She's she's going to teach you how to taproot into your organization, how to get there, what to
Yes,
do, how
ma'am.
to, and it is going to be so powerful. So make sure you don't show up by yourself, because if you do, when you get off, you'll go, oh my gosh, I wish Betty would have heard that. I wish Donna would have heard that. I wish this one would have heard that. Just make sure they're on the Zoom. And I know we're having the corporate Zooms, but you can listen to the recording, and we're having them every night. So make sure you show up with your guests, because this is going to help your people to know what to do, how to do it, and hear from someone who got 118 people in 30 hours. So to me, I want to follow someone like that. And so thank y'all for being here. Everybody, Allison, Rose, we'll see you next Tuesday. And those, oh, let me say this before we hang up. This woman was working so diligently, and then babies were coming. She got 9 of them. And they were coming up to her, crawling on her shoulder. I said, girl, don't your babies go to bed? Oh, look at that sweet baby. See that? And she said, yeah, they go to bed when I do. So they were born network marketers. So guess what? Their schedule's already messed up. So thank y'all for being here. I love y'all so much. And we'll see you next Tuesday night.
I'm trying to figure out how to tell people to unmute, but I can't. Sorry.
Can you push recording off, please?
Yes, I sure can.